back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Well, I don't have any groundbreaking news for you today, but Oilers interim GM and CEO Jeff Jackson did provide an update today on his general manager search. Now, I know a lot of Oil Country would just prefer if Jeff Jackson just remained as GM. Certainly has my vote, but based on what he said in the Bob McCown podcast, he's been through a whole bunch of interviews. He thinks he's going to have a general manager within the next 7 to 10 days. So if it all ended with him taking the GM role, which he announced again that he does not want, reiterated that again in the interview. So as much as we'd all like for Jeff Jackson to be GM, he will not be the next general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. I think if he was going to do that, he would have just announced it by now. There has been some speculation that it could be an internal hire, possibly a Keith Gretzky, Bill Scott, or Brad Holland. That still remains a possibility. If it's an internal hire, he certainly has my vote there. This group has worked extremely well together, with Jeff Jackson just overseeing everything and one of Keith Gretzky, Brad Holland, or Bill Scott taking over. I would be totally fine with that. If it is an outside hire, hopefully it's someone that can mesh with this group, because based on the free agent season that the Oilers just had, the draft, the moves that Jeff Jackson has made since being interim GM, I think the Oilers are off to a great start here. So I just don't want someone coming in that would kind of interrupt that rhythm and break that solid streak that they have going here. So if you want to know who the next Edmonton Oilers general manager will be, you don't have to wait too much longer. Like I said, Jeff Jackson will have an answer to us within the next 7 to 10 days. He didn't mention any possibilities. We've talked about the names that are out there: Stan Bowman, Mark Hunter, Mike Fuda. There's more, but we'll see what happens here, guys. No point doing too much more speculation on it. We should have an official answer very soon on that one. Oilers assistant GM and Bakersfield GM Keith Gretzky was on Jason Gregor's show today, and he provided updates on a couple prospects for the Edmonton Oilers. First up, Noah Philp, who took last year off for personal reasons, but he's coming back this season ready to go. Keith Gretzky had this to say: "He had 19 goals, but I liked his play without the puck the most. He made leaps and bounds during his first season. When he decided to step away for a year, it was a blow for us. We supported him, and last year in Calgary, he met with Colin Chalk and I for dinner. He told us he wanted to come back, and we will be happy to see him back in camp. We need to be realistic and see where he's at after a year off, and if he starts in Bakersfield, that is totally fine." Noah Philp looks like he could be a potential third, fourth-line center for the Edmonton Oilers. Big right shot, possibly a replacement for Derek Ryan in the years to come. So Noah Philp was someone I was predicting could have possibly been on the lineup last year if he hadn't left, obviously. So let's see where he's at after a year off, and I'm sure he'll tear things up in Bakersfield, and looking forward to having him on the Edmonton Oilers here within the next few seasons. The other player Keith Gretzky talked about was new arrival Matt Savoie. He had this to say: "If he doesn't make the Oilers, I spoke to him about what is expected in Bakersfield. He is excited. He knows he will play on a top line. He needs to succeed, and we need him to succeed. We have to ensure he gets lots of ice time and power play time. It will be similar to Holloway when he was down last year and playing 20 minutes a night." Obviously, Oilers fans are very excited about Matt Savoie and what he could possibly bring to the Edmonton Oilers. He definitely looks like a future top six player. He could probably break in on the Oilers at some point this season. We'll see how it goes, what injuries the Oilers face, things like that. But if it's not this season, I'd expect the year after for Matt Savoie. He's a very highly touted prospect, the number one prospect on the Edmonton Oilers right now. So let's see what happens here this season, but definitely a bright light for the Oilers in the future. But with all that said, that's all I have for you for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts on Matt Savoie, Noah Philp. Who do you think will be the next general manager of the Edmonton Oilers? An internal hire, an external hire? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.